here. We are live on YouTube. Friday Night Vibe is in the building. What's up, people? What's going on? How y'all doing tonight? Tonight is definitely going to be different than the norm, but we will see what happens as the night progresses. But I think we got people waiting, people filing in. So shout out and thank you guys for tuning in. As most of y'all should be aware by now, we are in the midst of Veda, which is normally called Video Every Day in August, but I am Viper, so I have renamed it Viper Every Day in August, which means you are getting a Viper live stream every single day this month. We are on day 6. It is Friday night, which means tonight is Friday Night Vibe. So let me stop messing around, get into the intro, and get into the meat and potatoes of what we will be talking about tonight. Yeah. Oh, baby, here we go. So, current time, 6:31 p.m. Central Standard Time, which means you are in the right place. You are on the right YouTube channel, baby. Yes. Now, for those of y'all who are new here, or for those of y'all that somehow catch this replay and you are not familiar with how I do things, you want to listen to this next part very, very carefully. Very carefully. But my regulars, y'all know about to happen next. You already know what to do. Y'all know what to do. But if you're new or you're catching the replay and you don't know, right now, this is the part of the live stream where I'm going to need you. That's right. I'm talking to you who's watching and listening. I'm going to need you to turn your volume down. Because if you don't turn your volume down, I will not be held liable for what your neighbors think about you listening to some loud dude on YouTube. That's on you, not on me. That's on you, not on me. Now that we got that disclaimer out of the way, I can go into the intro, get into some serious stuff, and then we get into some more serious stuff. This isn't going to be a more serious show tonight, but I guess it is what it is. Life has thrown the serious stuff our way, so this is what it's going to be. But let's go to work. Woo! Okay. All right. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Turn your volume down. The last warning, turn your volume down. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Ha. What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, and we are live! Welcome to Friday Night Fight, baby! Woo! Woo! Oh, yeah! It is that day again! We are back! We are live on YouTube! Whoa! Oh, man! Whoa! That is what I'm talking about. That is how you get a party started. Yes! But before I get started with tonight's festivities, let me see who I got in the chat tonight. First on the list, let me scroll back up. The Apple jockey himself, Alex Jackson is here. What's up, bro? How you doing? My enforcer, Genosis, is in the cut. What's up, bro? How you doing? Tech 702 is here. What's up, bro? How you doing? Cool Gamer is here. What's up, man? How you doing? We got Aaron Devlin. What's up, bro? How you doing? We got Tech. What's up, Tech? How you doing? We got my man Ethnic out there too. What's up, bro? How you doing? Keep it Techie and back in the building. What's up, bro? How you doing? We got the Norwegian sensation LVA. What's up, bro? How you doing? We got Mike McCain out here. What's up, Mike? How you doing? We got my man Ace Rock Tech. What's up, Ace? How you doing? What is going on? You know what? I don't know. I didn't work out today. So you know what? If I did burn a calorie from the intro, I'm okay with that. Because I skipped today. I skipped working out today. I skipped the gym. I worked out yesterday. I was cool today. But we in the building. So actually, hold on. Let me pull something up real quick. So yeah. Got a little business I need to handle first before we get into the meat and potatoes of the live stream. I got to reiterate something since I got more of an audience here tonight. So Oh man, you know, again, here we go to serious stuff, but the serious stuff has to come first. Tomorrow morning on YouTube at about 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, there will be a special live stream going on over on Daryl Eve's YouTube channel. This is a charity fundraiser for Owen Video. For those of y'all who are not familiar, Owen Video is a fellow creator. He usually does content about building your business and marketing and different things like that. Unfortunately, we learned recently that Owen has stage 4 cancer and it is inoperable. But we are still trying to fight and raise money for him and his family to combat this cancer. So we are getting together and doing a charity live stream tomorrow for Owen. It will be on Daryl Eve's YouTube channel. There's going to be a bunch of creators doing this as a part of this live stream. And I've been blessed because Daryl actually reached out to me and he asked me if I wanted to be a part of it. So including your boy Viper, I will actually be a part of this live stream as well. I think my time slot is 3 p.m. Eastern. So at 3 p.m. Eastern, I will be here on this live stream joining Daryl Eve. I'll be joining Daryl Eve, Nick Nimmin, probably and a bunch of other people that you know and love. We will all be here tomorrow raising money. The stream starts tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. They are going all day long, and I mean all day long. They're going Viper long, baby. They're not doing no regular like 1-2 hours. They're going Viper long. They're going like 8 hours. They're going all damn day. So this stream will be going on all day tomorrow. So if you guys want to come and hang out, feel free to come hang out. Again, I'll be here around 3 p.m. Eastern, hopping on the stream and joining them. If you want to donate to the cause, there's links in the description of this live stream for a GoFundMe. Or if you want to come and super chat tomorrow, you can do that too. I'm pretty sure. I'm guessing all the super chats are going to go to Owen. I don't see why they wouldn't. But that is what's happening tomorrow morning on YouTube. Very special cause. I am honored that Daryl would actually even consider me to be a part of it, but he did. So I'll be there. I no way I can say no to that. And that is what's happening tomorrow on YouTube. So definitely come and hang out for this stream tomorrow as well. Also, in addition to that, I will be doing my normal Veda live stream tomorrow night. That's happening around 7 p.m. Eastern. So I'll be on Daryl's channel at 3 p.m. Eastern. And then at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'll be back here tomorrow for Veda Day 7. I'll have a special guest. I'll have an up-and-coming gaming creator called the Huggable Hipster here with me tomorrow night. So that'll be cool. And yeah, that is what we are doing tomorrow. But definitely shout out to Owen. I wish you nothing but the best, man. I know you beat cancer once. You could beat it again, bro. We are going to do everything in our power to help you out tomorrow by raising as much money as we can. So I look forward to being a part of that. And thank you to Daryl E for reaching out and allowing me to be to have some small part in helping that. And that is definitely legit. And we are going to get that done. Now we got that stuff done and announced. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of tonight's live stream. Apple, Timmy, and the people at the spaceship in Cupertino. Whoo, they made a bunch of waves yesterday. Did they make waves yesterday? They made waves yesterday, man. So yesterday, Apple announced some new initiatives that they're going to implement starting in September when they release iOS 15 and iPadOS 15 to the public that is going to be aimed to protect children. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this stuff and I'm going to read off the info about what they're doing, and we will go from there. So let me pull this up. And then at the end of all this, I will give you guys my thoughts about it because there's some very controversial stuff going on with this. And I figured but I figured it'd be better for you guys to know exactly what's happening. And then when I tell you exactly what's happening, then I will give you my thoughts and opinions on it. So here we go. We are sharing the screen here. We pull up the Chrome tab. All right, boom, and bow. All right, so you should see this 9to5 Mac webpage here where headline reads, Apple announces new protection for child safety, iMessage features, iCloud photo scanning, and more. This is actually a 3-part attack. This is a 3-pronged attack here. The first one is messages. So Apple explains that when a child receives a explicit image, because I can't say some of these words on YouTube because of the bot, but when a child receives an explicit image, it will be blurred, and the Messages app will display a warning saying image may be sensitive. If the child taps view photo, they'll see a pop-up message that informs them that the message is considered or image is considered sensitive. The pop-up explains that if the child decides to view the message, their iCloud family parent will receive a notification to make sure you're okay. The pop-up will also include a quick link to receive additional help. Additionally, if a child attempts to send an image that is explicit, they will see a similar warning. Apple says the child will be warned before the photo is sent, and the parent can receive a message if the child chooses to send it for kids under the age of 13. There are some thoughts about this. Mostly most of the stuff is good stuff. It has good intentions, obviously, but there's some other things, and there's definitely some criticism about this, which we will get into later on. Because I got an article full of criticism pulled up as well. We're gonna dig into all of it tonight, because this is what we're doing tonight. We are digging into all of this stuff. But first part of it is messages and about the explicit images that might be sent or received to children. Apple is putting measures in place to protect them from that. But the real meat and potato, baby, the one that has everybody under arms, is this next one, the CSAM protection. Now, I can't say what CSAM is, of course, because YouTube. But if you know what CSAM is, I'm highlighting it right here. You guys can read what it is. It is what it is. But Apple, as a part of this initiative, is going to be scanning your iCloud photos. So here we go. Let's see where we at. Let's see. Second, and perhaps most notably, Apple is announcing a new step to combat the spread of CSAM. Apple explains that CSAM refers to content that depicts explicit activities involving a child. Again, I can't say that word, that other word, because YouTube is YouTube, and they're not gonna be happy with that. But y'all read it, you see what it says. You know what it is. You know what it is. It says this feature, which leaked in part earlier, will allow Apple to detect known CSAM images when they are stored in iCloud photos. So the key here is that you have to have iCloud photos turned on for it to be a part of this. One of the workarounds, or against the loophole, is that if you turn off iCloud images, this does not apply to you. Or if you don't have iCloud photos turned on, it doesn't apply to you, because they won't scan no photos because they're not in iCloud. So that's that. It says Apple can then report the incidents of CSAM to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, an entity that acts as a comprehensive reporting agency for CSAM and works closely with law enforcement. So I think a lot of people had thought that Apple will report you directly to law enforcement, but that's not how it works. They don't report you directly to law enforcement if they see images, or if they see they find photos on your account that are explicit targeting children. They will report you to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and then they will take it from there, and they'll take further action on you. Although, if you do get if Apple does detect a lot of these messages or images in your account, they could disable your iCloud account if they have like a bunch of matches or threshold, if you meet the threshold or whatever. Why can I not talk tonight? So basically, Apple has a threshold in place. If you meet the threshold, they could potentially disable your iCloud account if you meet the threshold for having a certain amount of images or things like that, explicit images against children in your iCloud account, this, that, and the other. All right, let's see. Apple repeatedly underscores that its method of detecting CSAM is designed with user privacy in mind. In plain English, Apple is essentially analyzing the images on your device to see if there are any matches against a database of known CSAM images provided by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. All of the matching is done on device, with Apple transforming the database from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children into an unreadable set of hashes that is securely stored on Apple or user devices. So basically, everything supposedly is done on device to protect your privacy, but we'll get into all that in a minute. But that's how it's going on. That's what's going on. So let's see. Anything else? So I think I hit the gist of it. Apparently, the way that the algorithm detects these images, there is a 1 in a trillion chance, I think, of there being a false positive or mismatch. So it's supposed to be pretty accurate, but there will always be mistakes because the algorithm just can't detect human things, and humans are going to human. So there's always going to be a mess up with this. It's inevitable. It is what it is. But apparently, it's supposed to be like very, very accurate. 1 in a trillion, less than 1 in a trillion account per year can be flagged as a false positive, apparently, according to the way this algorithm works. Okay, so that's the most controversial thing going on here. The third thing is Siri and search. Says Apple is also expanding guidance in Siri and search by providing additional resources to help children and parents stay safe online and get help with unsafe situations. For example, users who ask Siri how they can report CSAM or child exploitation will be pointed to resources for where and how to file a report. Okay. Siri and search are also being updated to intervene when users perform searches for queries related to CSAM. These interventions will explain to users the interest in the topic is harmful and problematic and provide resources from partners to get help with the issue. All right. So I just gave you the general gist. The first part is iMessages and Apple warning of images that are being sent or received to children under the age of 13. The second part is the controversial part, the image scanning of photos in your iCloud account. But as I already said earlier, if you turn off iCloud photos, then you can't have your photos scanned because they're only targeting photos that are stored in iCloud photos. And then the third part, which I just read off, is the Siri and search. Not that big of a deal, but I mean, it's nice that those resources are in place if you want them or in order to protect children who are doing those type of searches and things like that. So here it is. So obviously there's a bunch of concerns about this, right? So apparently Apple VP has come out with a internal memo stating that they're going to release more information at a later date regarding the new features that are being implemented. So I guess Apple is aware of the misinformation and concerns from the people, and there's a lot of them. So let's get into the concerns of the people. And once we get into these, that's when I'll give you my my final thoughts about this. So be sure to screen one more time because I read an article on CNET. Or not CNET. I read an article on The Verge, which has a lot of criticism of these new policies that Apple is implementing. So let's see. We got that. So if we read this article from The Verge, it says WhatsApp lead and other tech experts fire back at Apple's child safety plan. So let's see. We go down here. All right. So we get a tweet from a WhatsApp executive. Says, I read the information Apple put out yesterday, and I'm concerned. I think this is the wrong approach and a setback for people's privacy all over the world. People who have asked if we will adopt this system for us or for WhatsApp. The answer is no. So WhatsApp is not going to adopt the system. But apparently, WhatsApp already has a system in place where they're also scanning for images for CSAM and things like that. So even though WhatsApp is not going to do it how Apple is doing it, they have measures in place to protect against that as well on their app. All right, let's see. What we got. A bunch of other criticisms here. Let's see. Let me go back down here. All right, it said Matthew Green, an associate professor at Johns Hopkins University, pushed back on the feature before publicly announced. He tweeted about Apple plans and how the hashing system could be abused by governments and malicious actors. So Matthew says, I've had independent confirmation from multiple people that Apple is releasing a client-side tool for CSAM scanning tomorrow. This is a really bad idea. These tools will allow Apple to scan your iPhone photo for photos that match a specific perpetual hash or perceptual hash and report them to Apple servers if too many appear. Okay. And then you got the EFF, which I forget what it stands for at the time here, but you got the EFF releasing a statement that blasts the Apple plan, more or less calling it a thoroughly documented, carefully thought out, and narrowly scoped backdoor. So EF says Apple filtering of iMessages and iCloud is not a slippery slope to backdoors that suppress speech and make our communications less secure. We're already there. This is a fully built system just waiting for external pressure to make the slightest change. So I also watched John Prosser's video about this earlier today, and he said something similar to the fact that, yeah, what Apple is using it for right now is morally right, and nobody's going to argue with protecting children. But if you got governments that push on Apple to open this up to more potentially nefarious purposes, then you are putting all of our privacy in jeopardy. And that's something that could be possible down the road, which he's not wrong. That's absolutely correct. So that's why a lot of people are criticizing this, because they feel like this open Pandora's box for Apple to be kind of pushed and bullied into making it more widely available for governments and organizations and things like that to be used for their own purposes besides what it's being used for today. And here's the other one that I didn't even think about from Kendra Albert, an instructor at Harvard Cyber Law Clinic, has a thread on the potential dangers to queer children and Apple's initial lack of clarity around age ranges. She says these child protection features are going to get queer kids kicked out of their home, beaten, or worse. The idea that parents are safe people for teens to have conversations about that word or that other word, which is admirable, but in many cases not true. And as far as I can tell, this what happened here? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? All right. And it says, oh, I can't see. It says, as far as I can tell, this stuff doesn't apply just to kids under the age of 13. So EFF reports that the iMessage nudity notifications will not go to parents if the kids are between 13 and 17, but that is not anywhere in the Apple documentation. So There's a lot of pushback, a lot of criticism that people have over these new policies and procedures that Apple is going to implement. And then we even got Edward Snowden. Edward Snowden even chimed in on this. He said Apple plans to modify iPhones to constantly scan for contraband. It is an absolutely appalling idea because it's going to lead to distributed bulk surveillance of our phones and laptops. I guess that's from Ross Anderson, but Snowden put that tweet out there. And we got Brianna Wu, who says this is the worst idea in Apple history, and I don't say that lightly. It destroys their credibility on privacy. We're going to talk about that in a minute, too. It will be abused by government. It will get gay children killed in its own. This is the worst idea ever. So I think we covered enough of this stuff. Yeah. As you guys can see, this is very controversial. There are a lot of thoughts, a lot of different opinions on these policies and procedures that Apple is putting out there. Let me take a quick, real quick, and we'll get into it. All right, first off, obviously, the intention is good, right? They are trying to protect children. Nobody's arguing that. Nobody's against that. It is morally right. It is morally ethical. It is in everybody's best interest to protect the children. No one's arguing that. We all get that part. The part that a lot of people have a problem with is the potential backdoor into people's privacy being put at risk, especially in those criticisms, as I alluded to, queer children and gay children who might be opened up to being bullied and things like that by uncomfortable situations by having their parents knowing everything that they're doing if they haven't had that chat with their parents yet. It's a lot of stuff going on here. Here's what I will tell you about this in my perspective and my opinion here. None of this surprised me. None of this surprised me. Actually, let me go back. Before I get into what I think, Apple is not the first company to do this. Apparently, Facebook and Google both have been doing it for years. Apparently, Google has been doing it since 2008. So since 2008, Google has also been scanning images for CSAM material as well. So again, Apple is not the first to the party. They're just Apple, and when Apple does something that makes headlines, but Apple is not the first company to do this. So let's put that out there. Here's the thing about Apple, though, and why people are up in a roar about this. Apple is the company that sells everybody on its privacy and how private it is and how secure a user's privacy is if you use an iPhone or an iPad or whatever. If you're in the Apple ecosystem, you don't have to worry about your privacy being compromised. That is Apple's main selling point. Privacy, 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 privacy. So when privacy is your main selling point and you have used privacy to build up a level of trust and credibility that Apple has built up over the past 20 plus years or whatever, since the original iPod, I'll go back far back as the original iPad. So we're talking about 20 years or whatever. Apple have sold themselves on privacy, right? So you put these features into effect to protect children, okay? Nothing wrong with that. But when you talk about scanning people's iCloud photos, I agree with many of the critics that this puts a dent in your privacy because now there is no privacy. And I'm going to reiterate what I just said about a minute ago. This does not surprise me in the least. This does not surprise me. And if you are a techie, this should not surprise you either. This should surprise a non-techie because non-techies aren't as tech savvy as we are. But anybody who is in the tech space, any tech tuber or anybody that knows technology should understand that this has been happening for the longest. I told you 3 years ago that privacy is an illusion. I told you all that. When I was a baby YouTuber, I told you your privacy was an illusion. Maybe you didn't listen to me because I was a baby YouTuber, but I'm not a baby YouTuber no more. So let me repeat what I just said to you. Privacy is an illusion. It's always been an illusion. It's been an illusion since the internet. The moment you get on the internet, the moment you buy a smartphone and you put your information into that smartphone, whether it be iOS or Android, whatever smartphone you choose to use, you surrender your right to privacy. You gave it up. When you put your information in these phones, where do you think it goes? When you're signing into your favorite apps and they already have your information keyed up, where do you think that information is stored at? What do you think? Do you think somebody got it on paper somewhere? You think it's just magic? This ain't magic. Your information is stored on servers. And a lot of people think about the cloud as some magical cloudy thing. No, the cloud is not magic. The cloud is physical computers that hold your information. They're server farms. If you ever go to a big tech company or their server farm, you will walk into a room with computers bigger than you. Those are called servers. And servers are the backbone of the cloud. They are physical computers that hold your information. Everything that you put into your smartphone is stored on a server somewhere. It doesn't matter if it's Apple or Google or Facebook or whatever. They all use servers to hold and store your information. So if you really thought you had privacy and you're clucking away on your iPhone or your Android and you thought you had privacy, are you out of your damn mind? No, you never had privacy. It was always a fingertip away from being compromised. Anytime, anybody who uses a smartphone, your privacy is at the mercy. You are at the mercy of an Apple or Google, or if you're on a Facebook or an Instagram. Your privacy is at the mercy of them. They have your information. They have your name. They have your address. They have your phone number. They have your social security number probably. They have everything they need to know about you. They have it already. They've been had it. This is nothing new. They had it already. We just lived in this whole fantasy world that we had privacy because for the most part, it's on servers. But guess what? Hackers hack, okay? Like I say, human, hackers hack. Anybody, including Apple, can and be hacked. They have been hacked. Your information is never safe. We are in the digital age. The problem is that all of this stuff that we use, this whole internet, it was designed by human beings. And at the basis of that, human beings are fallible. We have flaws. So because we innately have flaws, that means that anything that is designed by a human being is going to have flaws, cracks, vulnerabilities. So everything that you're using, every piece of technology that you use today that was designed by a human has a flaw, has a vulnerability, can't be hacked, can't be cracked because it was designed by a human being. You won't have no damn privacy. We've never had privacy. Anybody that uses the internet, you surrendered your right to privacy the moment you signed up for the internet. What are you surprised at? What is the outrage? How do you not know this? What is wrong with you all? This ain't nothing new. What, you're mad because Apple's scanning your photos? Again, when you take those photos, especially if you turn on iCloud photos, where do you think the photos go? What, into the magic rainbow potluck? No, they go to a server where Apple can access them at any time they want. What are you talking about privacy? It is an illusion. How can you tech people be so naive? You please tell me you all not this naive. My tech people cannot be this damn naive. You gotta be smarter than this. You all are out of your mind, getting all up in arms and getting mad about Apple privacy being chinked on and crushed today. No. Apple privacy is marketing. It is all marketing. It has always been marketing and nothing more than marketing. And that's coming from the captain of Team Apple. And I'm telling you that this whole privacy thing, this whole privacy, magical privacy bubble that Apple has y'all believing, it's marketing. It was never nothing more than marketing 101. You've never had privacy on an iPhone. You never had privacy on an Android. You never had privacy on a PC or Mac. It does not matter. If you are on the internet, you have no privacy. I don't care whose machine you're using. You have no privacy. You never did because your information is in somebody's hands. The best we can hope for is that the information stays secure, but it's never private. It's never been private. What are you talking about? It's never been private. Anyway. Whoo! So Trent said he got some opinions about this. And I told y'all, if you don't follow me on Twitter by now, you should be following me on Twitter. But I told you on Twitter tonight, if you got an opinion about this, if you want to talk to the Viper, you let me know. I will drop you the link in your Twitter DM, and you can come in here and we can talk about this. So Trent, if you want to talk to me, let me know, and I will gladly bring you in here and we can talk about it. But you ain't never had no privacy using an internet-connected device. What is wrong with you all? You can't be this naive. You really thought you had privacy using an iPhone? Did you really think because Apple plastered that big-ass billboard at CES 3 years ago that you had privacy? It was marketing. Marketing. It's not real. It's an illusion. I told you 3 years ago, privacy is an illusion. The moment you put yourself on the internet, your privacy is compromised. It's over with and done. You surrendered it. You have given somebody your information. And when you give your information up to another party or a manufacturer, guess what? They can do whatever they want with it. And you don't even have to know about it. You don't even know what they're doing with it. How can you know? You don't know. You have no idea. But he said, let's go back to burner phones. Yo, that's funny. That's funny. Do I think Apple will use this tech for Sam? I think in the beginning, yes. But now that we know that the tech is out there and Apple has it, who's to say that they won't be pressured by other companies like other countries like China or Europe or whatever to use it for other purposes? We don't know. And that's what everybody's up in arms about. We don't know. Apple could be forced, if they want to continue selling their products in other countries, they could be forced to open up other avenues for other countries to scan photos. Like we just don't know. All right, let me get to my Twitter real quick so I can get my man in here. And I will send my man Trenton a Twitter DM in a moment. And anybody else wants to come on here and chat tonight about this, let me know. I will gladly bring you in here. We can talk about it. But y'all cannot be in the tech space and be this naive. Y'all cannot be this naive, bro. You cannot. You just cannot. All right, Trenton. The link is in your Twitter DM. Do with that information what you will. I'm getting it. I sent the link. He has the link. He knows what to do. He knows the procedures. Bro, James said the only way to have privacy is to live off the grid. Literally, that is the only way you can have privacy if you literally live off the grid. You better have cash money up front, pay for everything in cash, no credit cards, no electronic devices, no nothing. Because if you're using an internet-connected device, you do not have privacy. You surrendered it and gone. I don't know why people are so damn shocked about these announcements yesterday. Talking about some Apple privacy armored and chink. It was marketing to begin with. It was all marketing. But what do I know? I'm just a man about tech. What do I know? I know nothing. I know nothing. So as I tell you guys all the time, you can do with this information what you will. I'm just telling y'all what the reality is. Y'all can hit with reality tonight. This is reality. And the reality is that privacy has always been an illusion. Always. You know, since marketing or what Apple focuses on privacy all at the other areas of privacy influence are not covered yet or not found out from Apple. So, that's Pandora's box right there, buddy. That is Pandora's box. So we don't know, bro. We don't know. Salty Gamer in the building. What's up, bro? How you doing? Actually, I saw my other dude up here. I saw Big Cloud up here earlier. Let's see. I saw him in here. I know he's in here somewhere. What's up, Khalil? How you doing, baby? How you doing? Appreciate you dropping by. I said, what's up, James Apple? What's up? I'm pretty sure I called out Ace earlier. Make sure. Oh, we got Aditya up here. What's up, Aditya? How you doing, man? Let's see. Aditya says Instagram has a feature that blurs explicit pictures to protect children and other sensitive consumers. Yeah, that's what Apple's doing. They're going to blur it out if a child is sent or receiving an explicit picture. Apple is going to blur it out in iMessage. Kevin Richardson, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Appreciate you being on the stream tonight. So thank you for that. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Jeff Hale's in the building. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, baby? How you doing? I know I saw Big Cloud in here earlier. My Tech Review. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Oh, we got the DJ in here. What's up, Mark? How you doing, baby? How you doing? Appreciate you. All right. I know I saw Big Cloud in here earlier. I can't find this little thingy, but I know he was in here. Let me go back down. Oh, I saw Tech for Your Needs up in here. Where'd he go? There he is. Tech for Your Needs. So there he is. I found you. What up, Big Cloud? Appreciate you, bro. Always appreciate you dropping by, baby. Thank you. All right, let me go back down. Alan Osborne with the super chat. Alan, thank you very much, man. Appreciate you, bro. Always support me, so thank you for that, man. Nice to see you as always. Zach Talks Tech in here says such a slippery slope. If you agree with this decision that people label you as a sheep, if you disagree, then you're labeled a pedo. Yes, we should protect and defend our kids, but so many questions. Oh, absolutely. There's a bunch of questions. Jamal D, man, what's up, man? How you doing? Zadian, how you doing? Let's see. Let's bring in Trent, man. We got Trent Tech in here. You joining me? We got the general of the tech rant. What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Yeah, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Too loud.
All right, cool. I had to resync the AirPods, but it's been an interesting day on the internet today.
I bet. Well, what you got for me tonight?
So like here's where I kind of look at stuff, right? I kind of look at it from both sides, and yes, there's like like the good intentions, but at the same time, you have to be open to the fallback, the blowback, the dangers, the consequences of doing stuff like this. And people having concerns, that's not wrong, right?
Right.
But at the same time, it's where we all take this and we like dial it up to one singular instance without basically you're not willing to have that conversation with someone else. It's just like, oh, you're crazy for expecting a company to do this. Oh, why would you ever? And no one ever really has that discussion. There's a lot of finger pointing and a lot of name blaming, but no one's really sitting down and having the discussion. And it's like, it's okay for people to have pushback against this that are uncomfortable, but the whole thing where it's like, oh, if you're against it, then you're not trying to protect children, or how dare you put this out there because there's children being harmed. It's so left and right extreme, and no
Yep.
one's like meeting in the middle and talking about it. So one of the things that I was looking at, and this is something that stood out to me as a veteran, that's something that stood out to me as someone that was I was in this conversation before where you had the terrorist that had killed some people, and originally the FBI came to Apple and said, hey, we need access to the content inside this phone. There were terrorist acts committed, there were murders committed. We need to see who this guy could have been working with or see what's going on, because this data is pertinent to our investigation. Apple stood on their hill and they told the FBI and they told the rest of the world, no, you are not having access to our phone. We are not policing our user base, no matter who they are. That's not what we do. We are here for the privacy. We are here for that. I disagreed with it, but that's my own opinion. And a lot of other people stood up, threw their fist in the air, and they said, yes, Apple, yes. Here we are, maybe like 5 or 6 years later. Apple is essentially somewhat reversing course, because now Apple is saying, and they're basically like, look, if you have photos on your phone, or if your photos go to the cloud, we will scan them. And if we get a hit, we will report it. And I'm kind of lost now to where it's like, where was that same energy when you had people who died, and you're willing to sit on this hill over someone that killed people, that took their lives? But now you're reversing course, but you're doing it for children, which I understand is for children, but at the same time it's like, where do we go with this? Where does it start? Where does it end? And that's the part that I'm just like, okay, what's the thing now? And to me, it's not even something that needs to be really explained by tech YouTubers. It's not even something that even really needs to be explained by, brand loyalists or anything like that. Apple needs to get out in front of this. Apple needs to put all of their cards out on the deck and explain this from top to bottom. We need to be hearing everything from Apple and what their intentions are and the full context on display, so we as consumers can make an informed decision on if we still want to participate in with Apple. Because one of the things that keeps going around that I keep hearing about, and to me, it's kind of um, off-putting, is the fact that, well, hey, we live in a capitalist society. So if you don't like it, or there are other options out there, you can do this, that, and the other. Okay, but let's say I make that decision. Let's say I leave Apple. It's going to take more than just me to leave Apple to make a change. It would have to take millions of people to make a change. So that's not exactly an option, like even if 10,000 people who don't agree with this, if they leave, that's not going to change Apple's mind. And there needs to be more education, and there needs to be more forthcoming on this. That way people can make an informed decision. Now, with the privacy thing, that is all left up to interpretation, because you have privacy, you have security, or you basically have freedom and you have security. You have to kind of balance those out. The other part of this that needs to be a part of the conversation, especially since we're in the US, is a lot of people, including myself, we don't like the idea of, okay, you're going to check up on me. You're going to check up on my phone and check my stuff without a warrant, without probable cause. Now, it's different if you had probable cause. If someone was accusing you of a crime, and then you have to go through the process of, getting your stuff, put out there, the documentation to go search, right? Because we're really big on, that, that amendment of, search and seizure, reasonable searches and stuff like that. This is rubbing people the wrong way, because now it's like you're searching inside the phone, and the person and all the people that you're searching, you don't even have an accusation. And that's what's rubbing a lot of people the wrong way. And I haven't even seen that really put out, but it's a legitimate concern. But no one is having that conversation. Everyone is literally taking it, and they're just like, hey, you're either for the pedos or you're not for the pedos. And it's this binary thing, and there's not that middle conversation. Gotcha. That's the thing that's driving me crazy.
All right, first off, my tech review, thank you for the super chat. He said so much for app tracking privacy when they're using their same system to scan and track photos. Yeah, it is kind of hypocritical when you think about it like that. Appreciate the super chat, man. Thank you. So there's a lot to unpack from everything you just said. So the first thing you said was that Apple needs to come out and make their messaging clear. And I think when I alluded to earlier that one of their executives came out with an internal memo stating that they heard the concerns about the policy changes and things like that, and they're going to have more information in the coming days about that. So I think Apple is aware that they need to come out and have some type of messaging that relays more about what they plan on doing and how they plan on using the technology and this, that, and the other. So I think that information is coming sooner rather than later if in Apple's best interest. So let's talk about the other conversation that you had. You were saying that you don't think it's up to tech YouTubers. You think it's up to Apple to do that. Oh yeah, just talk about that. Yeah, so Apple can do that. You say that the middle conversation is not being had, and you're right. Basically, you're either far left or you're far right about this. Either you're for the P or for the E. I can't even say that word on YouTube. You know how it is. You're for the P, or you are like, yeah, let's do it. Again, when you talk about the photo being scanned, without a warrant or a probable cause or things like that, I bet you most people either breathe past it or don't notice that when you log into an iPhone or an Android or any of these phones for the first time, you have to agree to an end user license agreement. And basically that, or something of that sort. And that basically gives any OEM probably the power to pretty much do whatever you want to do as far as your data and privacy and searching your stuff. So unfortunately, as much as we can argue that here in the court of public opinion, I don't think anybody could take Apple to court on doing that, because you would probably agree to that the moment you agree to use that iPhone. So I don't think there's much that we can do about that legally. It is unfair, to your point, absolutely, that your stuff can be searched for. But that goes back to the point I made about 20 minutes ago. Privacy is an illusion. The moment you choose to use an iPhone or an Android or any internet-connected device, especially from an Apple or Google, you surrender your right to privacy, because your information is going somewhere. It's being stored somewhere. It's being stored on somebody's server, which they have access to and can do whatever they want when they want, and you will never know about it. So it's a consequence of the situation. If you use an iPhone, if you use an Android, you ain't got no privacy. That's why I can't believe some of the uproar from the techies, because we should know this. If you're a tech person, you should know that you have no privacy.
So, but you kind of have to understand it from the point of view of, okay, we all talk about marketing, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And what do we do whenever a company sells us on marketing, but they do something different? We talk about it. We either voice our opinions, we voice our frustrations, even if it was somewhere in there, like, it's still, if you're marketing that your stuff is private and secure, we as customers should be allowed to hold you to that marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the part that I've never really understood. It's like, okay, for example, let's grab this up here. Okay, for example, this is a $1,300 lens from Sony. Now, they market this as a professional photography lens. They've got aperture numbers and all that stuff on there. That's, a part of marketing. They put up pictures that are digitally altered and all that stuff. But if this does not perform, or if we have an issue with this, we talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if there's marketing, we still talk about that, because the way that they are presenting themselves. Apple presented themselves as being a private, secure product. They, even, like I said before, 5 years ago, they stood on that hill. They said, no, we are not unlocking this phone. We are not cooperating with the FBI. We are not cooperating with the government. And that's what people bought into. Now, they are somewhat, not completely, but the appearance is that they're reversing course, because now they're like, hey, we are aiding in the fight against, children being exploited. And I agree with that. I totally agree with that. But that's the confusion now, is that they were unwilling to assist with something that I believe, someone committed a crime. Okay, they didn't want to help. But now they want to help kids, which is cool, because crimes are being committed against kids, but they don't have that same energy across the board. So that's leaving a lot of people confused. Like, okay, Apple, like, where are you going with this? Like, what are you doing now? Because you can't do one without the other. You can't come out and be like, all right, well, we're going to go over here and we're going to help kids, but we're not going to look for anything as far as domestic abuse, right? We are looking for child P, but we're not going to scan pictures for, abuse. We're not going to scan pictures for assault. We're not going to scan pictures for illegal drugs. And that's where kind of the slippery slope goes, is it's like, how do you choose what you're going to police and not police to a certain degree? And then, like you said, if XYZ company says, okay, well, now you have this feature to where you're supposed to scan these photos and be in accordance with our laws, right? But you don't want to do that because you don't agree with our laws, and we say we don't want you in our company, or we don't want you in our country. Now you got to pull out and lose sales. That affects your business. So there's so many things at work, and it's just so convoluted right now. And that's the part where a lot of us are confused.
Right.
I was confused as a parent. I was confused because you could, like, this is where I say Apple needs to get out in front of it. I'm on the internet. I go on Twitter. I scroll. I see an article that says Apple will scan your photos for NUDE photos of children. It doesn't say the specifics. It just says that. And I'm like, okay, I'm a parent. I have pictures of my son in my phone from his first bath, from, times where we had to take pictures of an ailment that he had on his body that we had to send to a doctor or send to somebody or whatever.
Right.
What 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 am I supposed to think as a parent? Am I supposed to go delete all those photos off my phone? Is there supposed to be more extrapolation on what constitutes as an abused kid versus what's right, what's normal? What if I sent that picture to my grandmother and I wanted her opinion on what was wrong with it and it's in her phone? Does that suddenly become an issue or a flag or something like that? And so this is where, like I said, I want Apple to get way out in front of this and answer all the questions and quell a lot of the fear that a lot of people have. Because, like I said, this is stuff that really wasn't talked about. It was literally just broken down to either you're for the criminals or you're not for the criminals, or if you don't like it, leave, or if you don't like it, it sucks to be you. That's the world that we live in. And that's the rhetoric that's constantly being spun around.
Gotcha. Okay, give me 1 second here. 504 on brand. Appreciate you, bro, with the 504 super chat. So thank you very much, man. Always appreciate you rocking out. So thank you. So to your question about the pictures that parents might have of their kids being NUED and all that good stuff. Apparently, the algorithm is supposed to be able to look for certain hashes at what they're calling them. And if the hashes match up with what's in the CSAM database, then that's when the alert to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children are alerted. So theoretically, the algorithm should be able to discern between what you're talking about and actually explicit material that should be reported. And Apple says it goes further to say that if those pictures are flagged, then they go under manual human review. And you can only hope that a human will understand the difference between CSAM and parents and children and things like that. So if this is done correctly, being plain devil's advocate for Apple, if this is done correctly, it should never get to that point that you just alluded to, because either the algorithm should catch it or the human reviewer should catch it. So it should never get to that point. So that's how they will probably address that. But to your other messaging about Apple being inconsistent, I completely agree. From the San Bernardino issue with the FBI, now, like you said, it seems like they are kind of reversing course, opening up this Pandora's box and scanning photos for CSAM material and things like that. Like you said, where does it begin and where does it end? Like, I agree with you. Apple definitely needs to get out in front of it, because they need to make it clear what needs to happen and what they're trying to accomplish here. Because you just said it yourself as a parent, you are confused. You don't know what's right, what's wrong, or you don't know how far Apple is going. And to the other criticism that I addressed earlier in the stream, people are worried that this type of technology can fall into the wrong hands, or Apple could be pressured or bullied into opening up further capabilities to these countries that want Apple's business. And they might, like you said, block Apple if Apple doesn't give them the assets that they want and different things like that. There is so much going on just by this simple announcement that they made yesterday that unfortunately, we just don't know, because we were not in no meeting with Apple. We don't know what their intentions are. We don't know what the future holds, but it's a lot up in the air. And hopefully Apple, like you said, will come out themselves and make things a little bit clearer in the days and weeks ahead. But right now, we just don't know, man.
Yeah, because I wanted to talk to a couple of the points with some people online, but it seemed like a lot of the conversations were just nosediving. But some people were like, "Well, oh man, Google has done that before," and yada yada, such and such. I'm like, yeah, you got people who have only owned iPhones; they've never owned a Google phone, so they don't know.
Right.
Like, it doesn't make sense to them, because whatever Google's doing doesn't really affect their life, because they're on iPhone. They're completely in the Apple ecosystem. They, even some who bought into Apple because of their privacy, like, this has never affected them. So now that it's affecting them, they're like, wait, but I thought, we had this going on with Apple and whatnot. So that's where I'm like, I understand the frustration. I don't understand the extremes, but I understand the frustration.
Yeah. Joseph says Google had done that before. Let's criticize them as well. And like I said, not just Google that's done this. Google and Facebook, and I think a couple other companies have done this before as well. So Apple, again, is not the first to party with this stuff. It's just Apple. So when Apple does something, and as global and massive as they are, it gets news and it gets traction, and that's what it is. Tech Loving Mama says, "What about filters that make you look younger? That's on your phone, or people who look younger than they are and might be early 20s, but they're like they're 14 years old or something like that." That could be interesting. Again, that goes to the criticism that they were making about maybe gay and queer kids being bullied and exposed to unnecessary harm because of these measures. I mean, again, there's so much in the air that we just don't know. Apple could have to come out and try to explain this more in the days, weeks ahead, because there's too much in the air with this right now. We know what the directive is. We know what the objective, I should say, is. We know that they're trying to protect children, but there is so much more going on that go beyond just protecting kids. It's just that Apple needs to come out and they need to explain this better for all of us.
Yeah, so another annoyance of mine is I kind of hate it's like the schoolyard excuse. It's like, oh, well, Timmy pushed John, so I pushed Timmy, right? So it's like he did it, right? So it's cool because he did it. I did it because he did it. I'm like, no, where does that ever make sense? I don't get that when we talk about tech companies. Hey, Google did this, so it's fair if Apple does it too. I'm like, well, that's not always the case. I mean, you can't just throw that across the board, especially when it goes against what the the company stands for or whatever. But that's always kind of funny how that comes up.
Yeah. Khalil says, Apple said they didn't want to create a backdoor for the FBI because it could be used to unlock anybody's iPhone. Yeah, but now you got a situation where they're scanning all of our iPhones for CSAM. And again, that's just what they're using it for today. The criticism is that Apple could be pressured into using it for other more nefarious deeds later on. What if they scan for drugs, or what if they scan for other activities that people might want to keep on the download? Again, there's so much that goes into this, and there's so much more that could be done besides what Apple announced. It could be used for wrong purposes, and if that happens, then you really have a situation that it's just, it could get ugly real quick. So a lot of people are concerned, and rightfully so. But my point, I think, tonight was that all the techies that are like in outrage about this, I'm just like, did you really think you have privacy? Did you not know that Apple's whole privacy fluff was marketing from day one? It's always been marketing. It's never been nothing more than marketing. There's no such thing as privacy on the internet. What are you talking about? Stop it.
I think, like I said, there's multiple layers to this. I think there were some people who took it to an extreme, and I think there were some people that had a fair criticism and a fair concern, and they're like, I don't know. I just feel like if a company sells you on something, right, that you can't always hide behind the word marketing, right? Because it kind of gets to that. It kind of gets to that degree. So you're like, all right, well, it was just marketing. Okay, were they lying? Well, no, they weren't lying, but it was marketing. Okay, so how do we define marketing, and how do we define what's marketing as being truthful, or marketing as omitting, or marketing as in it's legal, right? So that's kind of like goes back to that whole slippery slope and everything else. It's like that's where I can't just 100% go to marketing, because if you say that you're selling people on marketing but you do something different, then technically you're lying to a certain degree. And that's just like the way that I look at it, and some other people look at it. Some people might disagree with me, but I can kind of understand like some of the ire behind it, because Apple smacked us in the face with that stuff year after year after year.
There was a whole billboard in Vegas during CES about what happens on your iPhone stays on your iPhone.
Yeah, they made examples of other companies all day, every day. And then like now, when the spotlight's on Apple, everybody's like, no, you can't look at Apple. You can't. We cannot judge all of these things equally. Is there something different that I need to know? So that's all, I didn't want to make a video about it because I wasn't fully in depth or had full knowledge on the situation. Even the tweet that I put out, I was like, look, all brand loyalty and all the other BS aside, someone just tell me exactly what's going on. I don't need to hear about buying something else or whatever. Just tell me in plain simple terms, what does this all mean? Because that's what just most people who even know about it are trying to find out.
Joseph, you're right. I mean, it doesn't make it easier to swallow, but I'm just saying from the techie perspective, people that are supposed to be knowledgeable and savvy about what's happening in technology and how technology works, you cannot be surprised that the capabilities out there and Apple is using it for this purpose when you know that if you're on the internet, you have no privacy and that Apple privacy fluff has been marketing. Now, when we talk about marketing, Trent said, he said, what is privacy and things like that. So I think, and the way I think about this is that Apple has marketed privacy for a long time, but they marketed privacy in a way that is consumer digestible and consumer friendly, which means they talked about the stuff that will make a lot of people happy and make them feel comfortable, but they probably carefully omitted the other stuff that is going on in the background that wouldn't be so consumer friendly and wouldn't make people happy. That's happening back there because they didn't really need to talk about that stuff. But now you make an announcement like this where you're talking about how you are scanning people's phones and things like that. Then you got questions to answer. So absolutely, you guys can disagree about me pointing to it being marketing, but there's ways to market. You know, you could be completely truthful, or you can market by omission. I guess what I'll call it marketing by omission, because Apple, of course, they're going to highlight the positives about their privacy and things like that. But when it comes to stuff like this stuff is happening too, while they're doing their marketing at the same time. They're just not telling you about this stuff because they don't want to put that stuff out there. But it's absolutely happening, and it's been happening for a long time.
Yep. So that's, like I said, that's my level-headed parental concern, because there are a lot of people out there that are talking about stuff, and I'm like, okay, you don't have kids, and here's the concern from a parent that you guys are probably not thinking about.
Yeah, I think Janelson understand what I'm talking about. He says no, the mass consumer doesn't have the skill set to navigate marketing, and they shouldn't have to. Exactly. It should be straightforward and transparent, but nope, marketing to get you to buy. That is exactly what it is. That's exactly what I was talking about. Apple markets, not just Apple. I'm not picking on Apple. Every company markets to get you to buy their product or service. They're not going to tell you the cons. This is the big reason why a lot of people on YouTube have an issue with sponsored video, because a lot of the time when you see a sponsored video, the creator is trying to get you to buy into that product or service. They're not going to highlight the negative. They're not going to highlight the cons, because no company in their right mind is going to pay for you to talk about the cons of their product, because they're trying to sell their product. So when we talk about marketing to buy, it's almost like a sponsored video on YouTube, because you're getting all the pros, all the cons, all the fluff. And that is what it is. Like you said, it's business 101. They are trying to market to get you to buy. So they're not going to highlight the cons and the negative, because that's just not good business. So that's just how marketing works.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, I just wanted to clarify. Like,
yeah,
there's times where you can use marketing, and there's times where it's like, well, if you're going to use marketing in that sense, what does it mean? Let's define it. So that's all.
But like I said, I still go back to what I've been saying for ever since I became a YouTuber. Privacy is an illusion, y'all. I don't know how many times I got to say this. If you use an internet connected device, you surrender your right to privacy, because somebody somewhere has your info and they have access to your information, and you don't know what they're doing with it, and you don't know how they're using it, because you don't have access to that information. I mean, you don't have access to the access that they have. You don't know what they're doing behind closed doors with your information, but they have it. It's on a server somewhere, and there's nothing you can do about it. So good luck.
So I will say this. I will say that the statement of privacy is illusion has some context to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think privacy is an illusion if you opt into something, right? So like, if, let's say you post a picture on social media or whatever, right, in a group or something like that. Okay, you're putting your stuff out there, right? If you obviously didn't agree to something and then you take the necessary steps to not do something, but then someone intervenes anyway, then that to me is definitely wrong, right? But it's like if you literally knowingly put yourself in the position and then you're asking someone to retract, then that's a problem. But so I mean, to a certain degree, you can make your stuff private. You can make your phone private. You can make iPhone, Google phone private. You can opt out of Google Photos. You can opt out of iCloud at the beginning. Like when you first set up your phone, you can literally set up your entire iPhone to where pretty much none of your media, unless you want it to, goes into the cloud. You can completely turn off iCloud. You never even have to turn it on. It just so happens that they market it as a feature that's like, oh, this will make your life easier. But all the way at the bottom of this really small, long text, hey, just in case, blah, 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 then we can go that way. And that's where I'm just like, okay, if Apple or any other company came out and said, hey, you can upload all your photos to the internet, right? And they got all that marketing energy. And at the same time, they say, hey, those same photos that you uploaded, we can use those against you. That's fair. I call that fair marketing instead of, like one-sided or anything like that. But it's usually like, hey, you can upload, you can do this and do that. Just in case, just to let you know, if you upload this and it is not what we approve of, we can send it to the FBI and you can possibly fined or sent to jail.
Right.
You know how they do with the radio commercials, like buy now, and then they say all that crazy stuff at the end.
Yep.
Really, really fast.
Read the fine print, man. Read the fine print. Joseph says, where'd he go? I just had it. Where'd he go? He said, potentially outing LGBTQ kids to their parents is more than business or marketing. These are serious issues with serious consequences. I agree. And that's why that's some of the criticism from the political people out there. They're saying that this scanning thing could potentially put those kids in danger. And I agree. That's I don't know if that's something that Apple wants to be doing, but hopefully, again, this whole scanning thing is supposed to be airtight. They say that the odds of a false positive are 1 in a trillion. So it's supposed to be airtight. Again, they're not checking for explicit images per se. They're checking for markers, I guess, in the images that line up with the markers that they have set in the CSAM database. So I guess we should probably make this more clear real quick for you guys. So when Apple is scanning your iCloud photos, they're not scanning for explicit images. They're scanning for markers or hashes, as they call them, indicators that a picture could be potentially explicit and not good. But those markers and those things that they're looking for, they have to line up with what they have in the CSAM database, because they have outlined markers in the CSAM database. So Apple is using the CSAM database to identify potentially explicit images, but they're not searching for those images per se. They're searching for identifiers in your photos that can match up with what's in that CSAM database. And if they match, that's when they get reported or whatever. And then if they get reported, it goes to a human review. So a human should be able to catch this stuff. So if you listen to Apple, this is pretty much an airtight thing, and none of that stuff should happen. But it's hard, man. It's hard.
So here's my question, right? I'm going to put my brain into the state of an average consumer and of a parent. So I am on Apple's website. Okay. Let's say somebody tells me, hey man, do your research, make sure you read the document. Okay, fine. So I'm on Apple's website, and okay, we got our store, we got Mac, we got iPad. Well, where do I go to find this information? So there's support at the top. Maybe if I'm intuitive enough, I might scroll down to the bottom, and we got shop and learn services, Apple Store for business, education. We got Apple values, accessibility. Okay, here privacy in like the smallest corner of this web page. And so we get to privacy on the web page. Privacy, and this is on Apple's web page. Privacy is a fundamental human right. At Apple, it's also one of our core values. Your devices are important to so many parts of your life. What you share from those experiences and who you share it with should be up to you. We design Apple products to protect your privacy and to and give you control over your information. It's not always easy, but that's the kind of innovation we believe in. Now, where where are the disclaimers that say that even though we said all that, we can still do XYZ? We have a document here. I think it says your data, your choice, app tracking transparency lets you control which apps are allowed to track your activities across other companies' apps and websites. So it's probably not in there. You got everyday apps. Safari throws trackers off your tail. Maps makes your location history. So there's all this good stuff here. There's even stuff about messages, but okay, this to me as a regular person is cool, but I'm confused if I'm looking for the specific answer on this stuff. And I can see like somewhere if when Apple announces something, if Apple announces something and then it's like a hot button issue or whatnot, they have a certain part that like glows or whatever, like here, go learn more about this.
Right.
But you gotta search for this stuff. Like if
Yep.
you really wanted people to know about this, and this is my criticism, okay? If you really want people to know about this, you make it easier, for people to get to.
Right.
Because otherwise, I can't find it. What do? I go to Twitter. What's all over Twitter? Everybody in their opinions, right?
Yep.
What else is on Twitter? What else is on if I go and do a Google search, what comes up? The high SEO article. And the article will say, and this happens all the time, and I understand this. I have to go to a news article, and the news article has to tell me that this person from the news spoke with a rep from Apple, but doesn't even list the rep's name and says, well, Apple says yada yada such and such. I'm like, okay, show me that in a document, link me to that document where I can read that information, and then it's not there. But then people tell me to do my research, but how? Like, I'm not saying that you can't do it. I'm just saying there needs to be an easier way. Like if for whatever reason, my mom sees this on the news and he's like, Trent, what about this and that? I can't even guide her through all this. And I'm lost, trying to find the exact details. And this is where I go back to like, okay, Apple, get all the way out in front of this, make all the information out there, bold letters if you have to. That way you don't have to worry about all this crazy crap. And whenever, someone like me complains, someone can point it out to me in big, bold letters.
Apparently, there is a child safety document out there, but
Where is the child safety document on the website?
Yeah, I was looking for it. I couldn't find it myself. But I'm the man about taking captain the team out. I couldn't find the damn document, bro. But apparently, it's out there somewhere. It's out there. But yeah,
I mean, look, if I'm wrong, if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. But I'm telling you, this is what people are gonna go through.
Yeah.
No,
you're right.
Did every journalist list this document? And is this document the exact carte blanche of what you need to know for what they're about to do?
Actually, you know what?
If that's the case, I will shut up and I'll read it myself and I'll educate myself. But I'm just saying, these are just the questions that people are going to ask, and they're just like, "Wait, you're going to drop what?" So that's all.
Yeah. It's funny because when I was scrolling through the privacy page, like all the pertinent stuff was at the very bottom of the page. Like you said, it's not easy to find this stuff at all. It's been buried. they don't want you reading the gritty stuff.
All right, let's go to Apple search and say child.
Shout out to Keep It Technical for the $5, man. He said, this is why I push Linux and open source software. You can privatize your data. It's just most favorite, convenient, open privacy. Okay. Yeah, I don't really use Linux, but I don't really have an opinion about that. You said click the link and there's numerous documents on the topic at the bottom. All right. Let's see. I mean, you would. I got that. I mean, but here's the thing: like an announcement like this, it should have been in Apple's newsroom. It's not even in their newsroom, so I don't even understand why it's not in their newsroom. It just seems like a myth to me. But let me go to 9 to 5 man. Let me see if I can find it for myself.
Yeah, let me go as well, because I mean, the fact that you got to go to 9 to 5 Mac to find a link to the child safety document for Apple is kind of hilarious.
All right. Oh, here we go. New child safety landing page on apple.com. All right, let's click on this real quick. All right, so let's read through this together, you all. I found it. Let me share it, and we can go to work here. Share screen. Chrome tab. Child safety. Bam. All right, so here's the page that Apple has, and I don't know where it is on their site, but I got it right here. I guess, well, the hell, I can read it. So it says, at Apple, our goal is to create technology that empowers people and enriches their lives while helping them stay safe. We want to help protect children from predators who use communication tools to recruit and exploit them and limit the spread of CSAM. Apple is introducing new child safety measures, child safety features in 3 areas, developed in collaboration with child safety experts. First, new communication tools will enable parents to play a more informed role in helping their children navigate communication online. The Messages app will use an on-device machine learning to warn about sensitive content while keeping private communications unreadable by Apple. Next, iOS and iPadOS will use new applications of cryptography to help limit the spread of CSAM online while designing for user privacy. CSAM detection will help Apple provide valuable information to law enforcement on collections of CSAM and iCloud photos. Finally, updates in Siri and Siri search. Okay, nobody cares about that. I mean, I'm not reading that. Nobody cares about that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to all right, messages, we know about that. Let's go to CSAM. Let's go to the hot one right here. All right, so it's another important concern is the spread of CSAM. CSAM refers to content that inflicts explicit activities involving a child. I'm not going to say that F word because YouTube doesn't. Yeah. To help address this, the new technology in iOS and iPadOS will allow Apple to detect known CSAM images stored in iCloud photos. This will enable Apple to report these incidents to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. NCMEC acts as a comprehensive reporting center for CSAM and works in collaboration with law enforcement agencies across the United States. Apple's method of detecting known CSAM is designed with user privacy in mind. Instead of scanning images in the cloud, the system performs on-device matching using a database of known CSAM image hashes provided by NCMEC and other child safety organizations. Apple further transforms this database into an unreadable set of hashes that is securely stored on users' devices. So apparently, to make it more secure for us, everything is done on device. Okay. Before an image is stored in iCloud Photos, an on-device matching process is performed for that image against known CSAM hashes. This matching process is powered by a cryptographic technology called private set intersection, which determines if there is a match without revealing the result. The device creates a cryptographic safety voucher that encodes the match result along with additional encrypted data about the image. This voucher is uploaded to iCloud Photos along with the image. Using another technology called threshold secret sharing, the system ensures the content of the safety voucher cannot be interpreted by Apple unless the iCloud Photo account crosses a threshold of known CSAM content. The threshold is set to provide an extremely high level of accuracy and ensures less than a 1 in a trillion chance per year of inaccurately flagging a given account. So this is what I was talking about earlier when I told you guys that they're not searching for explicit images. They're searching for the hashes that line up with what they have in the CSAM database. And if there is a match, that's when they'll go through and with the reporting to the NCMEC and then whatever else needs to be done with that. Only when the threshold is exceeded does the cryptographic technology allow Apple to interpret the content of the safety vouchers associated with the matched CSAM images. Apple then manually reviews each image to confirm that there is a match, disables the user's account, and sends a report to NCMEC. If a user feels their account has been mistakenly flagged, they can file an appeal to have their account reinstated. This innovative new technology allows Apple to provide valuable and actionable information to NCMEC and law enforcement regarding the proliferation of known CSAM. And it does so while providing significant privacy benefits over existing technology or techniques, since Apple only learns about using photos if they have a collection of known CSAM in their iCloud Photos account. even in these cases, Apple only learns about the images that match known CSAM. So that is the hot button topic, the image scanning and CSAM. So if I'm reading this correctly, it does seem like there has to be a high level of certainty before the images get reported to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Let me see anything else down here. Okay, so that's the theory and search. We don't care about that. More information. Yeah, Trent, there's not much here about outliers and other cases and things like that. I mean, they got some links down here, but that's more technical stuff that nobody cares about. So, yeah, you're right. The information that you're looking for is not really here. It's not present.
Yeah, I mean, like that's kind of the stuff that I would just love to see and just, just be more informed on. So I know, and other people know, and hashtag transparency. But so like, yeah, that document, it kind of lays it out a little bit better. I just think it should be promoted a little bit more, and maybe they should have like an ad on their website, like, update to, privacy or whatever. Like if you click on privacy, that should be at the top because it should be like what? Brand new, right?
Yep. So New says, see, this is what I'm talking about. People are coming in, but yet haven't even looked at this. Yeah, you're right. There are 35 people in the chat, bro, and I'm having a conversation with Trenton like in real time. So I'm sorry if I'm missing some chats, man. I am not a robot. I am a human being. I am one guy trying to do everything on a live stream in real time. So I apologize if I'm not doing it good enough for you, bro, but we are trying to cover everything, and I'm still trying to read the chat, so please bear with me.
But this is where I was saying before, it's like when you don't know, right, and you're just a regular person until you have to go through all of this, what's your main source of information first? It's usually the news, it's usually the internet, what's going on. But at the same time, this needs to be easier to get to. Like, trust me, I understand, where they're coming from in like this instance of being links, but that's not like the standard across the board all the time.
Right. So just for you, I'm going to read this. So communication safety and messages. The Messages app will add new tools to warn children and their parents when receiving or sending explicit photos. I almost said that word. When receiving this type of content, the photo will be blurred out and the child will be warned, presented with helpful resources, and reassured it is okay if they do not want to view this photo. As an additional precaution, the child can also be told that to make sure they are safe, their parents will get a message if they do view it. Similar protections are available if a child attempts to send explicit photos. The child will be warned before the photo is sent, and the parents can't receive a message if the child chooses to send it. Messages using on-device machine learning to analyze image attachments and determine if a photo is explicit. The feature is designed so that Apple does not get access to the messages. This feature is coming in an update later this year to accounts set up at families in iCloud for iOS 15, iPadOS 15, and macOS Monterey. So, according to Apple, all of this stuff is designed so that they don't know exactly what's going on. But obviously, if you get an explicit image, then the child will get a warning if they have that set up as a child account in iCloud. They'll get the warning if they send or receive an explicit image, and it'll potentially alert their parents as well, which is where the whole exploiting LGBT or exposing LGBT community kids comes in with stuff like this. So that's where that comes in. This could be dangerous for LGBT kids and things like that, because if their parents don't know, and if they're sending those type of messages, then it could get dicey. But I don't know.
You know what's funny, and you're gonna love how my brain works. So that was low key an advertisement for why you should always use messages.
How do you mean? I'm lost. How do you mean?
I'm just saying, because like, hey, you want all the protection? Use messages. Come join that Blue Bubble squad.
I didn't even read it that way. But
I was reading it, and as I was reading it, I'm like, they are low key. They're like messages, and it's just. And I'm like, yeah, I see where we're going here. Yeah, use messages. Don't use nothing. Hey,
but that's typical Apple though.
Use that Apple communication, bro.
But that's how Apple works though. If you watch any show on Apple TV, what are they using? They're using iPhones and iPads and nothing else.
Oh, I know, but it was subtle. Like I liked it because I was looking at it and I'm just like, paragraph messages, paragraph messages, paragraph messages.
Oh,
Monterey, iOS message.
oh, wow. Yeah, I can't even argue with that, Aditya. That's crazy. He says, how ironic, Apple is talking about child protection, but they are the same people who use child labor to manufacture their iPhones and hazardous environments. Woo. Yep. No argument here. That's real. That is real. Joseph says, it's not about how it will be used at launch. It's about how it can be used when Pandora's box is open. Yeah, I talked about that earlier. People are concerned that Apple could be pressured by other countries and organizations to further these capabilities for purposes that are not CSAM. So that is a definite valid criticism of this technology. And we have everybody to be concerned because we, again, like I said earlier, we just don't know. We know what Apple wants to use it for now. We know what they want to use it for today, but this stuff could be used for more nefarious needs and deeds later on. And what can we do about it? I mean, I don't know. It is definitely Pandora's box that is being opened with it for sure. Ooh.
Yep.
This stream is so demonetized.
I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be fine.
It is what it is. I ain't worried about it. We got super chat tonight, so that's cool. Yo, shout out to all of y'all that are hanging out. I know this stuff, some of this stuff's kind of boring, especially me reading and stuff, but I think it's pretty important stuff that we need to talk about tonight because we need to understand how this works because anybody that has an iPhone or an iPad, this affects us directly. I mean, a lot of stuff that happens in tech doesn't affect the everyday person, but this affects all of us because we all have photos in our phone and things like that, and we're all sending messages and things and whatever, and a lot of us have kids, so this stuff affects all of us. So we need to go over this tonight. So I'm glad you guys sat through it and hung out with me tonight for this. So shout out to y'all for being troopers through this because it's not the most glamorous stuff that I could talk about, but yeah, we had to talk about it for sure. And I appreciate Trent for coming on here and getting the opinion because, like he said, some of this stuff is not being talked about on Twitter because people are too busy having wars against each other about this and that. So that's what's up.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's kind of sad sometimes because you have people that get caught in the crossfire of some of these conversations, and like sometimes people are asking questions. They're not trying to like prove you wrong or anything. They they just want to know. They're just like, so what choice do I have if I don't want this? And someone's like, oh, well, just go buy another phone. And I'm like, dude, that's not the answer, bro. Yeah. Like it's more than that because there's not enough of us. Okay. Like how many millions of people would it take to just buy another phone for Apple to be like, oh, well, people really don't want this. So, okay, let's go ahead and back it up. But usually when people say that as an answer is just like, that's how to fix the one problem in the world. It's just like, no, I want a headphone jack on my iPhone. Well, if you want a headphone jack, go buy another phone. That's not going to put a headphone jack on the phone.
You sound like my man Jason from Patreon of Tech right now.
So that's all. That's my frustration.
Yeah, no, and again, it's valid because you brought up valid points about being a parent and having those pictures of your child in your phone, and you're going through those certain moments in his life that you have pictures of, and you're afraid that those could be misconstrued incorrectly because again, it's an algorithm, and as I talked about earlier, algorithms have flaws because algorithms are designed by human beings, and humans are naturally flawed. So anything that's designed by a human being is going to be flawed and vulnerable, have vulnerabilities in it. So you have every right to be concerned about that. But hopefully, with the process they have set up, you will never have to worry about that because there are enough safety points and safety checkpoints in place to stop that from happening. So I guess we'll find out. Time will tell. The other thing that I highlighted earlier that I kind of glossed over, but let me highlight it again for all of you all listening and watching tonight. None of this matters if you have iCloud photos turned off on your iPhone or iPad.
Yeah.
Probably should make that clear. This does not matter. This only affects you if you have iCloud photos turned on. If you have it turned off, your photos are not scanned and they cannot be scanned and none of this matters. So just keep that in mind. If you are really concerned about this stuff, just turn off iCloud photos. Problem solved. Oh man.
So we still sticking on Apple stuff, or we move in a different direction?
What floor is yours, bro? What you got for me?
All right. So with all of this, right? I kind of was like, all right, maybe I just want to just download all my stuff off of iCloud and just have everything local on my phone, so I don't have to worry if they like switch up later and decide to add something else. And so I came to the realization that, okay, I got an iPhone 12, 64 gig model. And then I was like, I would just really just love a bunch of storage because, screw the screen size. I could buy, some glasses or whatever. And then it hit me. I was like, I feel like such an idiot. I could have got an iPhone 12 mini, and sure, the battery life sucks, but I could have, bought an external battery like I did for this one for $20. And I'm like, I could have got an iPhone 12 mini 256 gig model for $849. I paid $829 for iPhone 12 with 64 gigs. And I felt like, I'm like, because like even sometimes when because I got like videos and other stuff on iCloud, I'm like, I gotta re-download those things out of iCloud just to post them on Twitter sometimes. And I'm just like, why were people talking crap about the mini again? that was the greatest deal. Like, that is how other people should have advertised the mini or did their videos. They'd be like, look, you can get an iPhone 12 mini maxed out, same capabilities as the iPhone 12. Battery life might be a little more trash. Screen won't be as big, but you'll have 256 gigs of storage. You don't even get 256 gigs of storage on the base model iPhone 12 Pro. So now you're doubling the storage and you're not even going over $1,000. Yeah, I felt like an idiot earlier.
Hey, man, we all make those mistakes, man. We all make those mistakes. Jonathan, I think it's on by default. I'm not sure, but I think it's on. I think you have to turn it off. I think it is on by default. So you have to go in there and turn it off.
I think they ask you when you set up your account for the first time, you can opt out of the photos backup, I believe. But after you already opt in, and let's say you backed up your phone and then you did a restore to a new phone because you got a new one or whatnot, I don't believe it asks you again. I think it's just that initial time. And then if you do like that whole iCloud backup thing, then there's that. But I could be wrong.
Yeah. Showtime says algorithms have biases based on human design. Absolutely, because algorithms are designed by human beings. So they are inherently flawed because human beings are inherently flawed. So any algorithm out there is going to be flawed because it is designed by a flawed person. So it is what it is. There will always be vulnerabilities in any algorithm because it's designed by human beings. So you know what? Talking about this all this stuff with Apple lately, I don't know. I have been waiting for something to happen with Apple that would just knock them down a peg because I kind of figured it was coming. You don't stay at the top forever without something happening that knocks you down a peg. So I don't know if this is going to be it, but this might be the closest thing we ever had to something legitimately knocking Apple down a peg because, as we were talking about earlier, Apple's big thing has been privacy. Like you said it yourself, they've been focusing on privacy and marketing privacy over and over and over again until the cow come home, and this really knocked their privacy argument down a little bit. So I wonder if this is going to potentially affect sales of the new iPhones this year. Probably not much, but maybe a little. I don't know.
No, their marketing's too strong.
Oh my God. The irony in that statement just it's not lost on me. It's not lost on me.
I mean, I might have said it in a sarcastically way, but because they're gonna, whatever they do, if they say, hey, we got a 120 hertz refresh rate screen, it's gonna be like, oh, screw privacy, give me promotion.
You ain't never lied, man. The people are gonna so here's the thing. I think this whole hubbub today it's mainly from techies. I don't think the average consumer is going to care either way about what's happening with it. I think actually the average consumer is probably going to be like, "Yay, protect the children." I don't think the average person is going to think any more than past protect the children about the situation today. This is more the complaints today are coming from the tech world. That's where they're coming from. I don't think the average consumer is going to care either way because Apple is protecting the children. So yeah, you're right. Yep.
That's today's word. The word of today is marketing.
Man, bro, I am so using this for a video. Oh my god, bro. Oh god, Trenton, you are a national treasure. Never change, bro. Never change.
Sometimes I hate myself.
But you're right. The irony is that the marketing is strong and it's not going to affect the sales of iPhone either way, man.
And the sad part is that's not even like when I say marketing, I know no one is thinking about this right now. When I say marketing, what I mean by is sales marketing. It's going to be get the new iPhone for $0 down, $24.95 a month. You can have it all. Throw in some AirPods. We'll finance that too. Put it on your Apple Card. Get some points. Marketing. I mean, that's what it's going to come down to, because I've been in those T-Mobile stores. I've been in those Verizon stores, and this is a U.S. problem. I know people overseas may not experience this, but I've been in the store to literally, they were like, you walk in the store, hey, how can we help you today? Oh, I'm thinking about getting an iPhone. That's an excellent choice. Which iPhone would you like? Well, how much do they cost? Well, how much can you afford a month? I think I could swing like, $30 a month. All right, cool, man. Look, we'll get you set up over here. We'll try and, get you some accessories if you want. If you get a screen protector and if you get a case today, we'll just roll that into your bill. You don't even have to pay that today. All you got to do is just pay the taxes. There might be a down payment for you at T-Mobile, but we'll see what we can do. You got to trade in. You got to trade in. All right. Well, look, your trade in ain't worth that much, but what we're gonna do is we'll just use the trade in towards the down payment or whatever. We'll give you some bill credits or whatever. But today, you are gonna walk out here with an iPhone. That's all people care about. That's all. The fact that you can walk into a store and walk out with an iPhone, people are actually going to feel like they owe T-Mobile or they're appreciative to Verizon, because most people have never been able to go anywhere and walk out the door with an iPhone. In today's society, it's so easy that you don't care anything about it. And people are so used to subscription payments. So you're just paying over and over. You got jump programs. You got the Apple phone every year program, and they're just going to get the new phone, and they're never going to look at it like I'm paying $1,000. They're just going to look at it like I just pay it for $30 a month, or I just rent it for $30 a month, and I get to control this $1,000 phone for $30 a month. Marketing.
Okay, I love it. I really want to rename the live stream this. I am thinking about renaming the live stream this, man. 120 hertz, my privacy goes.
Look, you should have clickbaited this live stream and said, look, 120 hertz or privacy, choose.
I'll do it. I am naming the live stream now. I'm changing the name of the live stream to that. I'm doing it. Thank you, Trent. I'm doing that shit. I'm doing that shit right now.
Do you want privacy or do you want promotion?
I'm doing that. Where I need to go to YouTube. I'm doing that shit right now. I gotta do this StreamYard, don't I?
Anyway. And I know everybody's in the comment section like, man, this dude has been to one too many Apple stores. He's gone to T-Mobile too much. Was this guy AT&T when I got my phone last year? Jesus.
Oh my God. What did you say, Trey? You said 120 hertz or privacy, you choose, right?
Yep. 120 hertz or privacy. You choose. And 99.9% of people are going to choose 120 hertz. I even made a joke the other day. Like, remember that little girl who had like the iPad or whatever, and she was out there, doing her iPad stuff out on the grass, and her neighbor comes out and is like, "What are you doing there on your computer?" And she's like, "What's a computer?" And then I'm gonna replace that with, "Hey, what are you doing on your iPad? What's privacy?"
Oh my God, you are too much right now. I can't breathe.
That yo, Tim Cook, write it down, sell it, right? What's privacy?
Bro, I am so renaming the live stream right now. I just gotta get to the right place. Here we go. You think that'll be changing? I want to let me
People are
change
gonna
the
be
title.
so confused. They're gonna be like, wait, 100, what do you mean this 120 hertz privacy thing?
Rename this real quick. Oh God. This is great. This is too great.
But I mean, that's unfortunate. As much as I hate it, that's gonna be it. It's like, hey man, you want this high refresh rate screen? Because last year it was like, hey, 5G is real, Oh, there we go. Promotion or privacy. That way we got, you got PNP or whatever. Promotion or privacy. There's your headline.
Oh my God! Already changed.
No, you're good. You're good now. I'm just saying, like, if you if you really wanted to start up a storm on, okay. This is the petty part of me. Go on Twitter, dude, and make a poll and have the two options be like, well, okay, which one would you pick? And just be like, promotion is one answer and privacy at the bottom.
I'm doing it.
And see what the answers are.
I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. Oh, I'm so doing it.
Do you want your if you could only choose one if you could only choose one on the iPhone 13, which one do you want? Privacy or promotion?
I'm tagging you in it, just so you know. I'm tagging you in it. You can only choose one. Oh God, it's too much. Too much. Oh God.
So this is why I'm not allowed to be on the internet.
Oh Lord, this is great. Oh man, this is too funny. Oh man. Okay, let's see. I'm done. Let's see how long. We'll make this. Yeah, we'll make this a day. All right, cool. Promotion or privacy. Wait, why can I not top tonight? You could only.
I mean, at this point, for everybody going into September, and everybody thinking about the iPhone, and remember, people told you, they're like, hey, this is capitalism. You can make a choice. You can either go with it, or you can go somewhere else. So you're either going to go with that promotion or you're going to go with that privacy.
Well, the poll is up on my Twitter. So if you guys want to go stake your claim, which one would you choose? The poll is live. The poll is live on Twitter.
I'm going to retweet the hell out of this.
Yes, let's do it.
Man, oh man.
Oh God.
This is such a tough decision.
It ain't for me. I'm choosing promotion. Cause I know privacy is an illusion. I understand it already. I have no illusion about my privacy. Give me the promotion. I'll take your promotion, bro. I don't know what y'all doing, but give me the promotion.
All right. So Vite.
What's up, man?
Do me a favor, because I don't want to look at the results yet. But can you post like can you open up a window of that tweet and see where the vote meter is, and can we put it up here?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if it's gonna update in real time though. I'm gonna have to keep refreshing.
It should. You're connected to the internet. Well, of course you're connected to the internet. Stop it, Trent. Yeah. But yeah, it should.
Oh, you're right. Okay, hold on. Let's do it. Let's do it.
What's it at?
Hold on, I got you. Tech people are taking the tech people are taking, bro. That's what's happening right now. That's what's happening right now. They taking out, bro.
Okay.
They taking it.
Wait, 1, 2, 3. So who were the 3 people that voted for promotion?
Oh, I read this wrong. I read it wrong. Oh, they voted for privacy. Okay, wait. Oh, I'm reading this wrong. Okay, I thought it said promotion. Wow. People are really choosing privacy? I'm shocked right now. Wait, what?
Okay. So this is what we're going to do, right? Because it's going to be some people that comment on this. I'm going to screenshot every single one of these. And when people come up and they like, oh, yeah, man, I got my new iPhone 13 or whatever, I'm going to slide right into their Twitter and just put that little comment right there.
Oh God, yo, y'all better believe that, man, because that man, nobody think when the dude's on the internet. When Trent's on the internet, nobody think, bro. Nobody.
Yo, no. Now it's 42% promotion.
Bro.
Promotion's making a comeback, dude.
There's no way privacy should win this. I'm sorry. I have a tech audience, and now I know how my tech audience has to be smart in this. There's no way they're choosing privacy or promotion, bro.
Look. It's at 50% now.
We go. That's more like it. That is more like it. I don't know what the hell wrong with y'all. Y'all not choosing privacy. Stop lying. You're lying.
If you are in the chat and you have a Twitter, retweet the hell out of this. I need the internet to. Yo, Vite, if you get a chance, tag Marquez. Oh my God.
I'm so doing it.
Just be like, dude, please retweet this.
Oh God, I'm so doing it. Yo. I can retweet.
Oh man, we're gonna
oh,
mess up the
we
internet.
wilding tonight. We are wilding tonight, bro. Oh. Oh, y'all, we are wild. We are going all the way off the rails,
bro.
Oh, this is great. This is beautiful.
Yo, they neck and neck. So we got 10 people.
Bro.
We got 10 people that said, yo, we are going with promotion.
Yes.
And we got 10 people that said, hey, we going with privacy.
Okay, all right. You know what? If you're in the chat right now, let me know in the chat which one are you going for. You going for promotion or you going for privacy? Let me know in the chat. Trent, which one are you going for? You going for promotion or privacy, bro?
Well, I gotta go for promotion because there is no privacy.
Exactly. Oh God, this is great. This might be the greatest until Friday. That's too much. That's too much for y'all. Wow, y'all actually vote for privacy. Okay, I'm kind of shocked. I gotta be honest with y'all. I'm kind of shocked. Y'all got some illusions out there, man. Y'all living in a fairy tale. Y'all
I'm about to dip back under 2,500 followers for this. I'm gonna be like, hey man, that shit ain't cool, man. Fuck you.
Viper didn't smoke anything, but I can't believe some of y'all actually choosing privacy. I'm just shocked.
Nah, man, just tell them you're high on Apple's marketing, man. It's good.
I'm high on reality. That's what I'm high on. I don't know what y'all high on, but I'm high on reality out here, bro.
Just give me a sniff of that marketing and just.
Yo, El Jefe, I appreciate you, El Jefe. Thanks for the retweet, bro. El Jefe doing work. El Jefe doing his work, bro. Oh, he don't care. Wow, a techie that doesn't care about the 120. Okay, that's all y'all were complaining about last year. Y'all would not shut up about the promotion last year. Now this year y'all don't care. Interesting, very interesting.
Hey, it's interesting to see what people will choose when you only give them a binary option. You either stay with promotion or you leave to find privacy.
Oh God, this is too much. Too much.
Man, we should put a hashtag behind it. Oh well. I wasn't thinking.
Yeah, well, next time. I mean, for something that we just planned about in the blue, this is pretty good, bro. I'm not even mad. This is great.
Oh, I see your tweet.
Yeah, I told you I'm gonna do it.
I thought you DM'd him.
Oh no, I'm not gonna DM him. No.
Oh, okay. Oh man.
Oh God.
Woo.
Listen. I got there. There's no privacy. So give me the fry, bro. Y'all think there's privacy? There's no privacy, bro. I'll take the fry, bro. Oh no. we can't talk about fries because Trenton, he likes those little fries. Oh,
Hey
God.
man, look. you can have them.
Don't you start, Trenton. Do not come over here and start your BS, bro.
Look, I'm still laughing from the shenanigans we just got done doing. I don't care about fries at this point.
Oh God, it's too much. It's too much. Genosis, you know me. I don't care about the 120 hertz right there. Give me the fry, bro. Give me the fry.
Man, look, give me that 90 hertz from Pixel over some fries, okay?
See, Trent cares about the promotion and all that, man. I'll take the food, bro. Give me the food.
Yeah, give me them 90 hertz.
You know, as LaShawn was saying, this poll is ignorant, okay? This is an ignorant poll right now. This poll is ignorant.
It was.
This poll is ignorant, bro. I'm here for it. I'm here for this content.
Yo, privacy has a narrow lead of 51.9% to 48.1%.
Wow. I am shocked. Shocked.
It's a lot closer than I thought. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be like a landslide. Like I thought it was gonna be like 80% promotion to 20% privacy.
Yes,
it's closer. It's a lot closer.
I thought promotion was gonna blow it out too. I'm shocked. I'm surprised at this. Joseph says I want Apple to violate my privacy 120.
Violate my privacy at 120 hertz. Oh my God.
LaShawn. You cut it out, Latrell. Cut it out, bro. Oh God, this is too much. Yo. Why can't all my stream be this fun, man? This is great, man. Oh,
hey, look, you be about all that motivation and stuff, and that's cool, but sometimes you just got to be about the shenanigans, man.
Yo, I am down for the shenanigans, but the shenanigans have their place. I'm cool for it. Yo, listen, man, I'm streaming for another 25 days, bro. You coming back, Trey? You coming back?
Hey, look, I'm telling you, you gotta throw some shenanigans in there. And just be like,
oh, especially this month, streaming every day. I gotta have some shenanigans, but I got to. Well, we got 4 quote tweets and 4 retweets. This is crazy. I'm down with it. I'm down. I'm here for it. I'm here for these shenanigans, y'all. I'm here for it.
Latrell says y'all clowns still voting for privacy.
Oh, bro, it is crazy out here, man. It's crazy.
My face hurts, man.
Oh God. Oh man. Oh.
Man. I'm gonna be watching this, man.
Oh, I got a hater on Twitter. I didn't even notice this hater. Wow. Ooh, man. Are we gonna put him on mute real quick? Because I don't know why he's. Oh wait. Oh, one of these stupid accounts. I can't see when he was created. Oh well, you're going on mute. Bye, jackass. Another hater bite the death. People really think that coming at me on Twitter is really gonna fave me and what I do. I don't understand. I'm not wasting my time with y'all. Stop playing, bro. Oh man. Latrell there, bro. This is the trick question. You only got one answer. Latrell, Latrell have made his opinion clear on it.
I mean, if we're being honest, if we're using the model of what are they? Vote with your wallet, right? So this is what you're voting for. You're either making a vote towards privacy or you're making a vote towards promotion.
Basically,
marketing.
Literally, that's literally what's happening. And like you said, either one person could choose not to buy an iPhone or choose to use another device, but that's not gonna move the needle for Apple. Come on now.
Yeah, and see, look, I'm not counting the people that already have iPhones because you purchased your iPhone before this was known. This is moving forward towards the 13. Like if you already bought a 12, like I did, you're already here. So you already technically signed up.
You know what? Let's be real here. I think 53% of y'all are lying. You're lying. Y'all are lying, bro. Y'all are lying. You would not choose privacy over promotion. You nerd would choose promotion. Stop lying. Y'all are lying out here, bro.
Hey,
You're lying.
look. I'm just waiting for the comments. I ain't seen this. I see a couple of quote tweets. I ain't seen a single comment. And every single time I put a poll out, it's always some dumb comment. They're like, why didn't you throw this in here? I would have voted for that. And I'm like, nah, you got to vote between these two things. Well, what if I don't want to vote for either one? Then why are you on the poll?
Right. There's always one trend. There's always one, bro. I'm telling you, they lying, bro. They lying. You put a promotion display in front of their face, they're taking the promotion display, bro. They're lying out here. I'm laying accusation my ass. Y'all are lying out here. You're lying. Joseph that I want Apple to scan my phone for photos of Android devices and then delete my account of punishment. I came up with y'all tonight. Y'all are crazy tonight.
Who activated the bots for privacy votes?
Seriously. The trail said, especially if you prefer Android or Google services, you really should be Oh my God! Here we go!
Oh, shot fired! Shot fired on the podcast.
You know the other thing I love. God. I love when people are like, "Oh man, you got all these other options out there. Name them." Well, you just got to do your research, man. There's other stuff out. No. Name 4.
There's no option, bro. They lying. They are lying. They know what time it is. They lying, bro.
I mean, I'm serious. Like if someone tells you, "Hey, there's other options out there. You can do something different." I'm like, "All right, here, present them." Well, I wasn't prepared for that argument.
Where are the options?
So that's just what I look at. So they're gonna point you to the Freedom Phone, bro. Get out of here.
Oh my God. Yo, Latrell Wallace tonight. He on one tonight, bro.
The Freedom Phone.
Stop it, man. Stop it. Stop these shenanigans, bro.
Which is based on Android.
Oh God. What you doing if we get trend?
I meant to shoot a video tonight talking about whether you should pick up a Pixel 5 now or you should wait for the Pixel 5a, like if you were in the market for a Pixel phone. So that might get pushed to tomorrow. I don't know. I might still be able to do it tonight, but who knows? But it's a legitimate question because if all the leaks are true, then essentially a 5A is kind of like a 5, just without wireless charging. If you kind of line up everything else and it's just like a little bit bigger phone. But then, as some people were telling me in my comment section, they're like, well, I don't want a big screen. And I'm like, well, hey, if you don't want a big screen, you want all these features, 5. If you want a bigger screen, but you want a little more stuff for technically a lesser price, 5A. But, just discuss all the intricacies with that. Because one thing I find funny is there's a lot of people that are like, oh, no one in the US cares about the Pixel, which is fine. But my analytics say that, one, a lot of people in India care about the Pixel 5a because they tuned in for that video. And a lot of other people in other countries care about the Pixel 5a because they tuned in for my video. I was like, this is one of the first times that, the US, normally it's like a US here, and then everybody else down here was like US, India, and then I forget what the other country was, but they were just like, they were all lined up. I'm like, people around the world care about the Pixel more than people in the US. Okay.
Indeed. Bored all day. I don't think Samsung can make an ad about this just because the whole marketing behind it and the whole idea behind it is protecting children. There is no way in hell Samsung can make an ad against this and not get just completely destroyed. So if they're smart, they won't touch this. I wouldn't do it if I were them. I would leave it one alone. You're not winning this. There's no way Samsung can win making an ad against this.
Why? I don't think they're gonna pull anyone to their side. I don't know.
Yeah. This is a no-win situation for Samsung trying to make an ad to make fun of Apple. There's just a no-win situation here. All right, James said, James left a comment. Let me refresh. Oh, there he is. He's down here for 120 burps. I'm in hurt. Oh Lord, James, you're funny. Oh, promotion is back in the league. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There's my techies. They are. There's my techies. That's what I'm talking about. Where y'all at? Come on, techies. Let's go.
I am disappointed in the human race.
You knew what the outcome was gonna be. You knew it was gonna happen. You know what you remind me of? You remind me of Technically T when he put that poll out about the French fries, acting like he didn't know McDonald's was gonna win by a landslide. You know what was gonna happen.
Hey, I'm just saying, let's just put our cards on the table. Which one do you want more? Do you want privacy or do you want 120 hertz?
You know what the techie. I
think it would have been different if we would have said which one. No, TJ, don't sit on that. Don't sit on that.
Too late.
I told you not to sit on it.
Too late. Too late.
Stop, TJ.
Too late. Oh god. What is happening right now? Woo.
You got sparklers. Oh man, here we go.
Yo, sparkler, man. Yeah, that
and the pop and the red bomb. It doesn't and get us.
See, I told you I'm a parent.
There he is. The Light Skin Warrior, everybody. The Light Skin Warrior has entered the building. But I think we could probably wrap it up here. I gotta let my man Trenton go parent, and I think we anything else on your mind before we get out of here, Trenton?
Oh yeah. So, will you or will you not be going for the Fold 3 or Z Fold 3 or whichever one it's called?
After talking to Mac Weinbach this week, at least not right away. I don't think I'm gonna be going for it because it doesn't do much different from my current Fold 2, to be honest with you.
Okay. And that's why I wanted to ask somebody who already had a Z Fold, because right now, like, I'm looking at the conversation here. It's like people who have the Z Fold 2 and they're looking at the Z Fold 3. And then there's people who've never had a Z Fold. And it's like, okay, do you just say, hey, go with the newest model? Or since everyone knows that the Z Fold 2 is going to drop in price, probably even more when the Z Fold 3 comes out and there'll still be some availability, do you just, pick one up for around $1,100 to $1,200 and just say, hey, get that at that deal because, the 3 isn't worth it or it didn't bring enough? Or do you just go, hey, I'm going towards the 3? So that was, I'm not getting either one. I'm just interested. That's just I'm all in this pixel lane over here, and y'all can have fun with all that fold mess, but I'm just curious.
Oh man, it's like I'm not playing in that traffic. Y'all can go over there. I'm not doing it. That you should come back next Friday and ask me the same question. I don't think my opinion is going to change after the event. Unless Samsung has some cool tricks up their sleeve. Yeah, I don't see it, bro.
Well, I think it's going to be too late by next Friday because don't the pre-orders go out the same day as the event?
Not normally. Although Mac did say that the phones are going on sale the 27th, so I'm guessing. I don't know. Samsung. I think Samsung are the ones that usually do pre-orders on the same day, but I don't know. I know the phones are going on sale the 27th, so
they'll be like available in stores.
Yeah.
On the 27th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
According to him, yeah.
And then Pixel's supposed to drop the day before. Interesting.
Yeah. Gonna be crazy. Oh, here's the question for you, Mr. Trenton Marshall. iPhone 13, iPhone 12, whatever they call it. Are you getting a new iPhone this year?
I don't want to, but usually T-Mobile has really good deals if you trade in the previous year's iPhone, and they're generally not at pre-order. Like pre-order is just like, just whatever. But after the 13 comes out, T-Mobile will probably have the whole we'll give you the max trade in, and then we'll give you like the device payments back over the phone. And if that's the case, I would go with a mini 13 or 12S, and I would get the biggest storage configuration because I still do like the memes and all that stuff. But I would primarily be using the Pixel, so I would have my big phone and my small phone because I've accepted the fact that I'm always just going to have two phones on me. So I can never lose that argument of iOS versus Android. Which one? I got both.
Okay, gotcha.
Promotion, man. Y'all
Promotion is taking a bigger lead, slightly bigger lead. Here we go.
All right, human race. All right.
Don't act shocked. You knew what was going to happen. Don't act shocked. Do not act shocked.
42 votes, man.
I'm going to be interested to see what the poll is when I wake up tomorrow. It's going to be interesting. I'm really surprised.
We should have did it for 7 days.
We don't need to do it for those 7 days. This should be determined in 24 hours, man. But I'm really am shocked at that it's this close. I didn't think it was going to be this close. But
what happened to the 120 hertz iPhone 13 Pro? All right, let me tell you, James, this is what happened. So I need storage more than I need a screen. Okay. It's cheaper for me to get more storage on the cheapest iPhone than it is for me to go with the base storage on the most expensive iPhone. So I can either get the maximum amount of storage that I can get on a base on like the smallest iPhone and save the most amount of money, or I can go pay $1,300 and $1,600, which I am never doing again in my life for an iPhone. Because here's the other thing, because I thought about it. When you go with a Pro, you get one of three things: better cameras, which I really don't care about because all cameras are good now. You get a bigger screen, which is cool, but I have an iPad Pro that I use to look at stuff more than my phone. And my phone, I only just scroll with. 3, battery life. But once again, I'm about the battery pack game or whatnot. So for me to pay an extra $600 or $700 to only have 128 gigs when I could pay less money and have 256, that works for me. And so that to me makes sense. I know someone on the internet is like, "Oh my God, you're crazy." No. Look, I'm done with the pros. The pros, there's not even like an optimization for a pro. There's no split screen. There's no, hey, I got a bigger screen so I can do more stuff with this. There's still all that crazy, stupid, wasted space. Your widgets, you can only still put them in certain places. So until Apple does something to where having a pro is more of a benefit software wise, I'm not for it. Hardware, sure. Software, it's not there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if they had a mini with 512 gigs of storage, I'd do that. Like I said, I'll be old man Trent. I'll put on the glasses, but I'll have all the storage. I can wean myself off of iCloud storage. I can be all about that ProMotion life and say screw the privacy and get it.
So, me and James have been talking about him wanting a terabyte option on an iPhone this year, and there were reports originally stating that the iPhone wouldn't be getting a 1 terabyte option, but now there are other reports stating that they are. So, James, you may still get your wish of a 1 terabyte iPhone. That is way too much storage for me. I don't need nearly no terabyte. I usually get a 256 gig iPhone model, and I'm good to go for the whole year. But I mean, if you need that terabyte, you might actually get one this year, maybe.
I thought terabyte was kind of silly, but bro, that 10-bit HDR 4K, Oh my God.
Man, you better get off that case tonight, that stuff, bro. Dial it down a little bit.
Well, dude, it's enabled out the gate.
Well, you better disenable it.
Like 10-bit is turned on out the gate. And I'm like,
Turn it off.
dude.
Turn that ish off, bro. I mean, 4K is already a storage eater anyway. You don't want to be adding stuff to it.
Apple brings ProRes. Oh, okay.
He had no doubt the iPhones have the computing power for ProRes. I mean, yeah, probably. Absolutely. Let's see. Oh, Joseph says you need that terabyte when you turn off iCloud photos. Oh, yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's a thing, definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now is getting everything to where I can have all my stuff on tap.
Definitely. But like I said, a couple things before we go here. Appreciate all you all showing up and hanging out tonight. Thank you very much. If you donated tonight, thank you for donating as well. Love you guys. Appreciate it. I tell you all the time. Nothing is required of you, but I greatly appreciate anything that you guys contribute. So thank you. Again, tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m., we are doing a charity live stream for Owen Video, trying to raise money in his fight against cancer. That is going to be over on Daryl Eves' channel. So if you guys are available tomorrow, definitely come hang out for that. I'll be on the stream at around 3 p.m. Eastern. That's the time slot that I booked for myself to be on there as a guest. So I'll be over there at 3 p.m. Then on this channel at 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night, I'll probably be doing an episode of my podcast with a gaming content creator. Her name is The Huggable Hipster. So we're going to be chatting tomorrow night for Beta Day 7. And then on Sunday, it's going to be another episode of Vibe Drive of my man, the Emperor, Roberto Blakey, coming back to the channel on Sunday night. So that should be a fun conversation. So your boy Vibe is going to be busy this weekend, but definitely if you guys are available, come check out the fundraising stream we're doing for Owen tomorrow morning on Daryl Eves' YouTube channel. But until the next time, people, this your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more.